Alright, hello YouTube. This is Bando45 with a TerraFirmaCraft Let's Play. This would be episode 12. And it's TerraFirmaCraft build 77.21. We finished these things pretty much. I mean, harvest clay is never a finished deal, and I mean, what I did harvest was the clay on that in that direction and the clay in that direction, except for what's separating me from water. So that'll end up staying on the list because there's more clay in this pit, and I eventually want to get it all cleaned out. So I guarantee you, under most, if not all, that gravel that's on that second layer here is another clay block. And anything that's got clay here, I think underneath it will be a clay block as well. And then of course this wall separating from water is clay. And then it goes out a little bit this way, and I think even underneath that pepper. And it wraps around like 4 or 5 layers in from the edge of this water here, that direction, 3 layers deep. So it's a fair bit of clay, and I do want to get it all up because I want to actually terraform this area into stuff. I took a look through the last recording, and I did verify to myself that that clay that I was finding over where we planted the seeds was only that top layer, or at least the parts that I dug up. They didn't go down more than just that one layer. So that is definitely not a plus for living out there. And I don't have, I mean, I'm sure I could find copper there. In fact, we kicked over a stone of copper, but I have a copper mine here now, and I know that I can find more copper once this is depleted, probably just from the same mine, shoot off in that direction and scan around and look, and I'll probably find more, shoot off in that direction, or even like maybe that direction and then over, and you'll find tetrahedrite probably in that way because I've kicked over tetrahedrite over there. So I'm not hurting for copper. I also know from previous plays of this seed that there's some sphalerite just over this little saddle here. There's a little bit of a depression, and I can kick over stones and I'll probably get quite a bit of sphalerite, and I'll think, oh wow, that's awesome, I'll dig down and I'll find sphalerite. And I've done that in a previous seed play of this seed, and it turns out it was only 2 blocks of sphalerite underground. I never got more than traces picked up, but I did find it and dig it up, and in the process of finding it, I found another very large deposit of copper. So there's plenty of copper here. I don't know if there's plenty of copper over there, and I'm going to be using quite a bit of copper for a while. So I am not going to settle over there. It's still a good place to have my starter seeds, just because it'll be a while before this is ready to be planted, and I need to get seed propagation going. And so since I'm going to settle in here, I am going to build my customary thing here to live in here. And so that'll be on the project list as well. But in addition, we need to be thinking about anvils, because this walking around naked and with a, I mean, I'm not quite naked, I got a chest plate, but I didn't build that chest plate. That's one that I got as a drop from a skeleton that almost killed me. And this is protection for me to a degree. If I get hit or shot in the chest, it protects me, but it doesn't do anything if I get hit in the legs or feet or head. So I need to get to where I have armor, and I would really rather skip copper armor and just have bronze as the first armor. I'm going to skip leather armor too, just because at the beginning of the game my resources for leather are pretty low, and it only uses 1 leather per piece of armor. But also the last time I tried, it was broken. I couldn't do it, and if I tried to do it, I would consume a piece of leather. I wouldn't end up with armor, and I would really feel like I was owed something, and I'd have to go up into creative mode and spawn the stuff that I would have gotten if it wasn't broken. I don't think it's TerraFirmaCraft, the mod itself, that's broken for that. I think it's maybe one of the mod add-ons that I've done, one of the Terra Firma add-ons that's breaking that. I don't know that to be certain, but regardless, I'm running the same add-ons, same setup as the previous time I tried to do this, and it was broken then, and I think it'll be broken now. But even more, I have other uses for the leather that I can get at the beginning here. It will be a while before the pigs have their explosion, and the sheep, I will have to kill one, but I really I don't want to go crazy killing sheep, because I'm not going to get a whole lot from the breeding, and it's going to be a while for that too. So I don't want to kill the male that's over there until I know for sure that there's a male in the offspring. If there's no male in the offspring, I'll end up killing a female, just so that I have that one sheep killed, because I need one to build a replacement for this water jug. Replacement for the water jug, because the water jugs are fragile. They have a chance to break every time you use them. And the replacement is that leather water sack, and I can fill my thirst from almost empty to full like twice on one full water sack. So it takes more hits on it to get filled, but it has a lot of hits available to it. So it is dark. We can make our list. It will still have harvest clay. In fact, let's go ahead and put that up. Wow, OP. Harvest clay. I'm gonna go see the sheep and pigs as well, but I'm gonna get more wool from them. And terraform. I'm gonna start the terraforming to prepare for having my house. But you know what? I'm gonna. Don't know if there's a way to. Backspace, yeah. More wool is on the list, but it's a quick one. So instead of that, I'm gonna do copper anvil. We're gonna get some anvil stuff processing going. We need a copper anvil in order to build a bronze anvil. We need a bronze anvil in order to make bronze armor. Copper anvil is basically just a stepping stone. It's the only thing we're going to do with it is weld bronze ingots together. And then beyond that, it'll serve just like these ones do for keeping ingots warm. But I probably will not. I mean, once I'm into the bronze, I'll consume up whatever copper I have sitting around for the tools that I have forms for. I have some forms. None over there. None over there. Since last episode recording, I went and played one of my other worlds a little while, and I went ahead and built myself a bronze set of armor. But just to familiarize myself for that process there. But it kind of makes me not as aware of what's where in here. So anyway, we're going to be doing some stuff with copper to make copper anvil. And we did get some cassiterite last trip out. Not in there. Yeah. And that'll be enough for making a lot of bronze. So we won't be needing to go out and get more cassiterite for a little bit, at least. I mean, that should be enough to make the bronze anvil and make bronze armor and have additional to start making bronze tools. But I will use up the copper tools I have. I won't just throw them away. However, the ones that I'm using a lot, once I can do bronze, actually I could sort of do bronze now as far as tools go, because it's a casting process, not not a beating on an anvil process. I would need the bronze anvil to do the beating on the anvil process. It could be a beating on anvil process and save the clay, but I do have clay forms. But I'm going to need several more shovel heads because I'm going to be doing a lot of digging, and that's one of the first things I'm going to make with bronze. Because that'll be a lot more durable. So there we have it. Not on the list is gathering the wool, getting more wool, but that's the first thing I'll do when I wake up. Well, it's the first thing I'll do after making sure I don't have a bunch of crap in my inventory. A little bit of crap. Get that out of there. Don't need to carry that. Not a lot of crap though. Keep a little bit of dirt. Stack some wood. What do I have there? That. Whoops. Yeah. And I can't stack on top. Oh, I can. Yeah, I can. We can do that. All right. So I think those are full stacks. Good. We got enough to fire 2 pits for clay. And we'll need to do that because we need to make sure we got plenty of forms are not in there. And I think we only had 1 clay ingot or a copper ingot in here, so that means we can store for keeping warm 8 more pieces of copper. All right, let's go for a quick swim. Actually, we'll check this leather on the way. Yeah, I wish I could kill a sheep now. What I need from the sheep is a bladder to make this water sack. Gotta love the rotten flesh. There's another deer. Run away, come on now. Come on now. There we go. More rawhide. Ooh, another one. No, it disappeared. That was the one I just killed. Alright. We still only have 2 pigs, so they have not, ooh. Ooh, give me. That's seeds I don't have, I think. Or will be seeds. Sheep are further along. Throw that away. Get my knife down here handy. Because with this leather now, I'm ready. Except for that sheep bladder, I'm ready to make that water sack. But it will have to wait, which kind of sucks. Come on. Alright. I realized something when we were dealing with the hoe last episode, that when I went back to look for the clay issues, I went and reviewed. I went back and watched what I had recorded, and I noticed that I didn't really explain something with the hoe very well. The hoe and the chisel both have tool modes. And if I switch to this right now, you can see to the right of the torches in my quick bar, there's another little quick bar box. It's not a quick bar box, but it basically is displaying the mode that the tool is currently in. And there's a mode tool button. I'm sorry, a mode button on the keyboard. By default, it's set to M, but I use a map tool or a map mod that uses M to configure stuff on the map. So I've remapped that key to use F, but normally by default it's M. So if I press my mode key, we can change mode, and that's what I was doing over there when I was digging up stuff. The first one it'll come up with by default is this one for tilling soil, and then there's that one for displaying the nutrient levels, which doesn't work with a stone tool. You need a metal tool to get that. And then the hydration level works with stone, and then this is ready to harvest or not, and I'm not sure if that works with stone or not. The main thing is, though, the only reason I have a stone tool for this now is that I was doing a lot of tilling, and that's what actually causes damage to your tool. And I didn't have a copper hoe prepared yet. I do have a form for it, I think. Not yet. We'll put this stuff up. Yeah, no form for that yet. It's the same thing except in inverse, as far as you saw me napping out the hoe tool head shape. All right, project list. These are projects I'm going to do, but I am not going to sit here and record and have you just like watch me harvest clay or terraform. So what I'll do is I'll record a bit on, well, yeah, well, I don't know. I was going to say I'm going to record a little bit on that copper anvil, but that's going to be a process of waiting for something to fire. And I found that the way that works best is when it gets dark and I come back to go to sleep. Before going to sleep, I fire it up, and oh man, I hope. Okay, that was an empty one. I was going to say I hope I didn't have liquid metal sitting in there getting cool. All right. So the best process is really to fire the stuff up just before laying down for bed, and when I get up, if it wasn't like 2 in the morning when I went to bed, if it's shortly after dark, when I get up, these will be done, and so that kills the time passage quick, and then I can deal with it right away while it's hot. So what I might do is make sure, how much do I have? I don't have enough for a full. Alright, we will go and harvest a bit more. I didn't have a jar of it, did I? Cassiterite, shale. Oh, we need to deal with that. Clay, copper, string, I don't think I have. That's yarn. Oh yeah, I was going to say I killed a spider before, but I forgot that the first spider I killed didn't drop a string. We got other animal drops here, and we can convert that to seed. Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit jagged on these. I do have a copper shovel. I'll go out. We'll dig some of this clay up in preparation. Do I have much dirt on me? I will need dirt. I'll be getting dirt too with the terraforming project, but no dirt there. No dirt there. Drop that off. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, first and foremost is get this square completed here. Dig these out. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, so there's a gravel on this level, and below it is clay. And I hope I get a couple of pieces of flint out of doing this. Yeah, there we go. At least one. I don't need flint for arrows. I have a massive shortage of feathers, so I don't think I'm going to be making arrows. I thought I had seen something at some point that indicated there was a way to make fletching from straw. And I went looking for that the other night, because that's one of the things I wanted to do when I was playing the other world after recording. And I could not find info on it. So that was disappointing. I don't have a whole lot of need. To me, it's running a sluice, which is what I would use gravel for. If I was going to run a sluice, I would keep that gravel. But to me, running a sluice just doesn't seem to be worth the time and effort. And we're getting dark, so this would be a good time to do some copper work. Alright. What I am doing here is, well, we'll get back to that. I could put dirt down in there. Alright. Back to the hovel. Get these up out of the way. Come down here. Grab those. There's a hoe tool. I thought I had done one. So now I have a form for hoe. More picks. More molds. Get a jar, or a vessel. I'm going to do... This is 4, 8, 16, and 3. No, 4, 8, 12. And 3 more will make 15. Which will be enough for the copper anvil, plus 1 extra. And I grabbed... Didn't I grab the forms? There are 15 forms. Okay, that'll work. We do need to fill out the pit with other stuff yet. So, oh man, it's a bummer that I'm not like making the whole thing. So we'll make a little bit of clay stuff. Let's do another pair of forms, ingot molds. And what am I low on there? Knife, pro pick, picks, scythe, shovel. I need shovel. I'm going to be using shovel quite a bit. Alright, so that's 3. Clay back. I didn't need to crouch for that. Oh well. fire starter. Yeah, figures. I really want a flint and steel. There we go. Okay, bedtime. Wake up. Hopefully deal with that stuff. Still burning. It got a little later than I thought. Okay. If you swipe across too fast, it doesn't sample it fast enough, and you end up missing one. Alright, next tool rack, go here. And throw that on there. Alright. Come on, come on, come on. How late was it when I started that, huh? Alright. Patience. Oh, good. We got our local sycamore down. Grown up. Shovel. I think I can dig this down. Dirt. That's done burning. Alright. Shovel, ceramic molds. Alright, these are gonna possibly get away on me. So alright. Brilliant white, brilliant white, brilliant white. This is gonna probably be an all-day project because there's a lot of cooling time I gotta go through. Actually, I'm gonna put this stuff down here. White 2 stars, white 1 star. So I think I had reversed the order on these. 3, 3, 2, 3. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to keep them in the order at which they were poured, because the first one's out will be the first one's cooling. and I want to stagger, and I also want to store as a stagger, so I have a little bit of a buffer time between a time buffer time, whatever. Okay, that's done. With that, go up there, go up there. This anvil I think is the one I will use. This anvil I will store, actually, let's store in this one first. That's a white 3, yellow, yellow. Alright, let's stagger. Let's put that one over here. Put this up there. Put this up there. Storage. Put this up there. Put this up there. Put this up there. Put this up there. Whoops. Yeah. Am I doing that right? No, I'm not doing that right. What did I do? These are close. Getting close anyway. So, 2-star, 3-star, yellow, yellow, 4-4, white. Oh, the forms were there, so it was 2 here. Okay. So, yeah. We got that full. Let's put this one in here. Yeah, I might end up with some solidifying on me here before I'm done. But I did give myself a little bit of time delay between these, so. Oh, flux. 5 flux. 10 flux. And I have a spare hammer. That's probably not full. It'll work in a pinch. Oh yeah, okay, these are ready. Those are ready. Those aren't. They're getting close though. That one is. Need to be in your regular inventory. I lost that. You heard that little clank. Maybe I didn't. Getting close, getting close. I'm gonna pull 2 of these hotter ones out and put one of those in. Inventory. Wrong ones. That stone hammer's not taking as much of a beating as I thought it would. Orange. This will end up completing the project here. Orange, orange. But we got a while to wait on these. But some would have got away on me if I hadn't staggered putting some of those to stay warm. I could have pulled some of them out earlier, but oh well. This is close. It's orange without a star that it switches from. No? Oh, it's the bronze that was orange without a star. Oh, man. I could have been making major mistakes, because it can cool down to the point where it won't weld. Liquid, liquid. 4 stars is where it changes. Duh. Orange. Come on. You can do it. Yeah, one of these was already there. But I'd taken some of those down to the red, and it still welded, so I was lucky. Alright, so we have 7 double ingots. They're not the same temperature. I mean, basically the only way to get them same temperature is for them to cool down to where they don't have any temperature. Once they are, then they can stack. But they don't need to be cold for this to work. And we have an anvil. And we will place this anvil right there. Looks good to me. Got dark on us. Alright, so we got an anvil. Next anvil, we'll have to go get more copper, because the next anvil will be a bronze anvil, and we've got the siderite to do it. And that'll be a process, because to get the ratio of the alloy right, we could basically only get 10 ingots out of a vessel, and it takes again 14 ingots. And I know I wrote copper anvil up there, but I'm like, oh, excited, I can get to bronze, and then we can get armor, and then we don't have to worry so much about the bad guys. Let's see, I've got this recording has gone on for a little while now. So probably what I'll do is stop the episode here and then restart the episode. So hit the like button if you liked it. Hit the dislike button if you didn't, but please comment to let me know why. And subscribe if you're so inclined.